Ever wondered what the first thing a billionaire does after getting the keys to a new mega mansion? You might think they'd be popping champagne or planning a huge party, but the reality is much more strategic. And frankly, a lot more interesting. It's not about what they add, but what they immediately rip out. And today, we're diving deep into the surprising things billionaires remove from their newly acquired properties. And the multi-million-dollar reasons why. Stick around, because number one on this list is something you will not see coming, and it completely changes how you think about luxury real estate. So, you've just dropped $100 million on a sprawling estate. Before you even think about moving in your art collection or your fleet of supercars, the first order of business is security. And I don't just mean changing the locks. Billionaire's first move is almost always a complete and total teardown of the existing security system. You see, the off-the-shelf system installed by the previous owner, no matter how high-end it seemed, is a massive vulnerability. Who installed it? Who has the master codes? Who serviced it? The list of potential backdoors is endless. Think about it. The installation, companies, technicians, the previous owners, security detail, maybe even a disgruntled former employee. Each one is a potential weak link. So, out it all goes. The cameras, the sensors, the keypads, even the wiring. Everything is ripped from the walls. In its place comes a bespoke, military-grade security solution designed by a specialized firm that caters exclusively to the ultra. We're talking integrated systems with biometric access, thermal imaging, drone, surveillance, an AI that can distinguish between a deer and a human intruder from a mile away. These systems are often air-gapped, meaning they aren't connected to the public internet, making them nearly impossible to hack remotely. The goal isn't just to keep people out, it's to have total control and knowledge of every inch of their property, 24/7. It's a fortress, and they are the only ones with the keys to the kingdom. Before we move on, have you ever thought about your own home security? Let me know in the comments what your number one security must-have is. Alright, next on the chopping block is something that might surprise you. The landscaping. Yes, those perfectly manicured gardens and majestic 100-year-old trees that were a huge selling point of the property. They get a ruthless evaluation. Why? 2 words. Privacy and sightlines. That beautiful row of Italian cypresses lining the driveway might look stunning, but it could also provide perfect cover for paparazzi or someone with malicious intent. Those dense thickets of bushes near the house, they create blind spots for security cameras. So, a team of security-focused landscape architects comes in. Their job is to redesign the entire outdoor space with a security-first mindset. This often means strategically removing trees and shrubbery to create clear, unobstructed views from the house and for the security patrols. They might replace dense foliage with lower-lying plants or install what is called hostile vegetation. Think thorny, dense bush in strategic areas to create natural, impenetrable barriers. They'll regrade the land to eliminate hiding spots and ensure there are no easy access points to the main residence. It's a fascinating blend of botany and security tactics. The goal is to create a property that looks like a serene, beautiful park, but functions like a defensive perimeter. The aesthetic is important, but it always comes second to ensuring absolute privacy and control. Now let's talk about what happens inside the mansion. You'd think the kitchen in a $50 million house would be a chef's dream, right? Top-of-the-line appliances, marble countertops, the works. Well, for a billionaire, it's often the first room to be completely gutted. The reason is simple. A standard luxury kitchen is designed for a family that cooks. A billionaire's kitchen needs to be designed for a professional private chef and a full catering staff. The workflow is completely different. Think about it. The previous owner might have had a sub-zero fridge. A billionaire needs a commercial-grade walk-in refrigerator and freezer to store food for large events. And for a chef who buys ingredients in bulk, the 6-burner Wolf range gets replaced by a massive French top range that can handle dozens of pans at once. They'll add dedicated prep stations, multiple sinks, warming drawers, blast, chillers equipment you'd normally only find in a high-end restaurant. The layout is reconfigured for efficiency, allowing a team to move seamlessly without getting in each other's way. It's not about cooking a meal, it's about running a professional food service operation from home. So while it might pain us to see a perfectly good gourmet kitchen get demolished, for them, it's just not fit for purpose. It's an amateur setup in a professional world. Okay, hit that like button if you're enjoying this glimpse into the billionaire mindset. It really helps the channel. Now for number 4, and this one is all about personal branding. After security and logistics, the next thing to go is any trace of the previous owner's identity. This means any custom monograms, family crests, or personalized architectural details are immediately removed. We're talking about custom ironwork on the gates bearing the old owner's initials, a carved family motto above a fireplace, or even a specific color scheme associated with them. All of it gets stripped away. Why the drastic measure? Because for a billionaire, a home isn't just a place to live. It's a statement. It's an extension of their personal brand and legacy. They don't want to live in the old Johnson estate. They want it to be the Smith compound. The property needs to reflect their taste, their power, and their story from the moment you pass through the gates. This often involves bringing in their own team of world-renowned architects and interior designers to stamp their unique identity onto the property. It's a psychological reset. By erasing the past, they make the home entirely their own. It's a power move, signaling a new era for the property. Every detail, from the doorknobs to the fountain in the courtyard, will eventually be remade in their image. This next one is a huge one in the age of smart homes. Just like the security system, any and all existing smart home and networking technology is ripped out on day one. The Crestron, or control for system that controls the lights, climate, and audiovisual equipment, is seen as a massive liability. Again, who programmed it? Who has the passwords? Could the previous owner theoretically still have an app on their phone that could control the lights, or, even worse, access the network? It's a risk they're simply not willing to take. The entire digital backbone of the house is considered compromised. So, they tear it all out. All the network cables, Wi-Fi access points, and control panels are removed. Then, their personal tech team, the same people who manage their corporate and family office IT, comes in to build a new, completely secure network from the ground up. This involves installing enterprise-grade networking hardware and running new, shielded cabling throughout the house. They'll set up multiple, isolated networks. One for personal use, one for business, a separate one for guests, and another isolated network just for the security systems. It's about creating digital safe rooms and ensuring that a vulnerability in one area, like a guest logging onto the Wi-Fi, can't possibly compromise their sensitive financial data or the home's core operational systems. In their world, a weak Wi-Fi password isn't just an inconvenience. It's a potential multi-million-dollar security breach, okay? We're building up to the most surprising removal of all, so make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss future deep dives like this. Number 6 on the list is all about health and wellness. Any existing gym, spa, or wellness area is almost always completely demolished. You might be thinking, a gym is a gym, right? What's wrong with some treadmills and weights? But for the ultra-wealthy, wellness is a highly personalized and scientific endeavor. The generic luxury gym just doesn't cut it. Their new wellness wing is designed around their specific biodata and training regimen. They work with the same performance coaches who train elite professional athletes. This means the equipment isn't just high-end, it's specific. They might install an altitude training room to simulate mountain conditions, a cryotherapy chamber for recovery, an infrared sauna, and a float tank for sensory deprivation. They'll have a dedicated Pilates and yoga studio with specific flooring and acoustics. They might even have a medical-grade diagnostics room on site for their personal doctor to conduct checkups. It's not just a place to work out, it's a human performance lab designed to optimize their physical and mental state. The old gym, with its standard equipment, is simply inadequate for this level of personalized health optimization. And now, for the number one thing billionaires remove first from their new mansions. The one that truly separates their thinking from everyone else's. Are you ready? It's the master bedroom. Yes, the biggest, most luxurious suite in the house, the one with the best views. The giant walk-in closets and the spa-like bathroom is often the first major interior space to be completely reimagined or even relocated. Here's why. The traditional master suite is predictable. It's almost always in the same location in every mansion. Top floor, corner, best view. For a billionaire, predictable is dangerous. It makes them a target, A security expert can look at the floor plans of a house and know with 90% certainty exactly where the principal sleeps. So, what do? They change the game. They might convert the original master suite into a lavish guest suite or a family room. Then, they will build their own private sanctuary in a completely unexpected part of the house. This new owner's wing might be located on the lower level, in a newly constructed extension, or even in a converted space like a former library. This new wing is designed as a self-contained apartment fortress. Within the larger home, it will have its own separate security system, its own kitchenette, and often, its own secret, fortified panic room hidden behind a moving wall or bookcase. The entrance might be disguised, requiring biometric access. It's the ultimate power move for privacy and security. By abandoning the most obvious room in the house, they create an element of surprise and an extra layer of protection that no one would ever expect. They are not just buying a house, they're designing a life of absolute security and control. And that starts with making their most private space truly private and unpredictable. So, there you have it. From security and landscaping, to kitchens, and even the master bedroom, the first thing billionaires do is a strategic teardown. It's a fascinating insight, isn't it? It shows that at that level, luxury isn't just about what you add. It's about the deliberate and intelligent removal of anything that poses a risk to your security, privacy, and personal brand. What surprised you the most on this list? Let me know down in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.